Imagine this, you're at the store, you get some change, and you casually toss it in your pocket. Little do you know, one of those quarters could be worth enough to buy a mansion, a private jet, and still have money left over for a lifetime supply of tacos. Yep, today we're talking about the 1999 Ellis Island, Washington quarter, which recently sold for a jaw-dropping $9 million. That's right, a single quarter, the same kind most people ignore at the bottom of their couch cushions, just made someone a multimillionaire. So grab your coin jars, your piggy banks, and maybe even check under your car seats, because this could be life-changing. So what's so special about this quarter? Why is it worth more than most houses? First, let's talk about the design. The 1999 Ellis Island, Washington quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, featuring New Jersey and the famous Ellis Island scene. Millions of these were made, but only a handful have an incredibly rare minting error that makes them insanely valuable. The biggest reason this coin sold for $9 million? It has a double strike mint error, meaning the coin was struck twice, causing a visible, slightly shifted image. It's like the coin got a little dizzy during the minting process. These kinds of errors are super rare, and collectors go absolutely wild for them. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how do I know if I have one? Make sure your quarter has a P mint mark, meaning it was made in Philadelphia. If it has a D or no mint mark, sorry, but that one's just a regular old 25 cents. Hold your coin up to the light and look closely. If you see doubling in the details, especially around the words United States of America or Ellis Island, you might just be holding onto a jackpot. Condition matters. Coins in mint state, meaning they look brand new with no wear, are worth significantly more. If yours has been through a few vending machines and has more scratches than an old CD, it's probably not the $1 million one. But hey, still worth checking. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was at a gas station and I got some change back. I noticed one of the quarters looked a little off. So, naturally, being the coin nerd I am, I pulled out my phone flashlight and inspected it like a detective. The cashier must have thought I lost my mind because I stood there for a solid minute turning the coin in every direction. Was it the $9 million quarter? No. It was a regular 1999 New Jersey quarter, worth 25 cents. I left that gas station feeling personally victimized by a piece of metal. But hey, that just means the big find is still out there, waiting for one of us. And who knows? Maybe you will be the lucky one. So, what have we learned today? 1. Always check your change. That boring old quarter could actually be the key to financial freedom. 2. Errors make all the difference. A simple minting mistake could turn a common coin into a gold mine. And 3. Never underestimate the power of pocket change, because someone out there just made $9 million off of a 25-cent piece. Now, here's what I want you to do. Go check your quarters right now and let me know in the comments if you find anything interesting. And if you love learning about valuable coins and how to turn pocket change into serious cash, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a future video. Ever dreamt of finding a coin in your pocket worth a cool million? Well, today we're diving into the tale of the 2000 Washington quarter. Spoiler alert, it's not the $1 million coin you're hoping for, but stick around. There's treasure to be found in the world of minting mishaps. The 2000 Washington quarter? What's the deal? Minted in Denver, the 2000 Virginia State quarter is a beauty, celebrating the 400th anniversary of the Jamestown settlement. With over 651 million of these quarters produced, they're as common as finding a penny under your couch cushions. In circulated condition, they're worth, well, 25 cents. But in pristine, uncirculated mint state, they might fetch you around $2.75. Not exactly retirement money, but hey, it's a start. OINTRACKERS.OM, the real $1 million baby. The 2000 Mule error now? Let's talk about the coin that's been making headlines and emptying wallets. The 2000 Sacagawea $/Washington quarter mule error. Due to a die mix-up at the Philadelphia Mint, this rare gem features the obverse of a Washington quarter and the reverse of a Sacagawea dollar, all struck on a golden dollar planchet. Only 17 of these errors are known to exist, making them the unicorns of coin collecting. One of these elusive mules fetched a whopping $192,000 at auction in 2018. NGCCOIN.com, a personal tale of pocket change and dreams. I remember the day I found a shiny 2000 quarter in my change. Heart racing, Dreams of early retirement flashing before my eyes. I quickly learned it was worth 25 cents. But that moment sparked a passion for coin collecting, teaching me that while not every coin is a jackpot, each has a story and history worth appreciating. Keep the change and keep searching. So, while your 2000D Washington quarter won't buy you a mansion, the world of coin collecting is filled with surprises. Check your change, educate yourself on mint errors, and who knows, maybe you'll stumble upon a treasure. If you enjoyed this dive into CoinTales and want more tips on coins worth money, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share your own coin stories in the comments below. Happy hunting, and may your pockets be filled with valuable surprises. Imagine finding a quarter in your pocket, just a regular OL 2005 P. Ellis Island, Washington quarter, only to find out it's worth a jaw-dropping $5 million. That's right, $5 million. Now, before you start flipping over your couch cushions looking for spare change, let me tell you exactly why this coin is worth so much and how you might just have a hidden fortune in your collection. And hey, if you love coins, collecting, and figuring out which ones could buy you a mansion instead of a cup of coffee, hit that subscribe button because I've got plenty more money-making coin secrets coming your way. Now, let's break it down. The 2005 P. Ellis Island, Washington quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's State Quarters program, celebrating all 50 states. But here's where things get interesting. There's a rare error or variation that makes certain coins from this batch extremely valuable. Point one day, I was sorting through a jar of quarters because, that's just a normal afternoon for me, and I stumbled upon a 2005 P. Ellis Island quarter. My heart started racing. Could this be the one? Could I finally retire early, buy a yacht, and name it Coin Collector's Dream? I grabbed my magnifying glass like a detective in a mystery novel and checked for the key details. These super rare quarters have unique errors. Some are double die strikes, some have misalignments, and a few have missing clad layers. The rarest ones, though, have an insane minting flaw that collectors are willing to pay millions for. And guess what? The current market value for the rarest version of this coin is sitting at a staggering $5 million. That's right, you could turn a 25-cent find into a life-changing payday. So how do you know if you've got one? First, check the mint mark. It should have a P for Philadelphia. Then, look for any weirdness, misprints, double strikes, off-center designs. If you think you've hit the jackpot, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC.so. What's the moral of the story? Never ignore your pocket change. You could be holding onto a tiny treasure worth millions. And if you're serious about coin hunting, start checking your spare change and rolling through your collections. You never know what you might find. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on finding rare coins worth serious cash, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be dropping more insider secrets, strategies, and crazy coin stories to help you make money from your collection. And hey, if you find a $5 million quarter, don't forget who told you about it. Maybe send me a postcard from your new private island. Imagine stumbling upon a quarter worth a whopping $6 million. Sounds like a plot twist from a treasure hunt movie, right? Well, today, we're diving into the fascinating tale of the 2006 D. Ellis Island, Washington quarter dollar. Rumored to be worth millions. Grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure. The 2006 D. Ellis Island quarter. Fact or fiction? First things first, let's address the elephant, or should I say the coin, in the room. The U.S. Mint released the Ellis Island quarter in 2017 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters series. However, in 2006, they issued the North Dakota and South Dakota quarters. So, a 2006 D. Ellis Island quarter? That's as mythical as a unicorn wearing a cowboy hat. The $1 million coin myth now, where did this $6 million story come from? It's likely a mix-up with other rare coins that have fetched high prices at auctions. For instance, the 1794 flowing hair silver dollar sold for over $10 million in 2013. But our 2006 D quarter? Not so much. Coinfully.com spotting valuable quarters while the 2006 D. Ellis Island quarter might be a wild goose chase. There are quarters that can make your heart race. Pre-1965 silver quarters. These bad boys contain 90% silver. If you find one, you're holding more than just 25 cents. Coinfully.com state quarters with errors. Some state quarters have minting errors, like missing letters or doubled images. These quirks can make them more valuable to collectors. A personal coin hunt story let me share a little tale from my own coin adventures. A few years back, I inherited a jar of coins from my grandpa. Among the pennies and dimes, I found a 1932 D. Washington quarter. My curiosity piqued. I did some research and discovered it was one of the rare ones. That quarter, minted in Denver, had a limited run, making it quite valuable. It was like finding a hidden gem in plain sight. So, while the 2006 D. Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar worth $6 million is more fiction than fact, the world of coin collecting is filled with real treasures waiting to be discovered. Always keep an eye out, do your research, and who knows, maybe you'll find a coin that's worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this numismatic journey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community for more coin tales, tips, and treasure hunts. Happy collecting! Have you ever checked your spare change and thought, just another quarter? Well, what if I told you that one specific quarter could be worth a whopping $1 million? Yeah, you heard me right. A single 2010p Ellis Island Washington quarter has hit the jackpot in the coin collecting world. Imagine finding that in your couch cushions. Boom, instant millionaire. Today, we're diving into this crazy coin discovery, why it's worth so much, how you can spot one, and most importantly, could you be holding a fortune without even knowing it? So stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. Alright, so let's break this down. What makes this quarter worth $1 million? The 2010p Ellis Island Washington quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, featuring the famous Ellis Island National Monument in New Jersey. Normally, these quarters are just pocket change. But here's the kicker. A rare minting error has turned one lucky coin into an absolute goldmine. This isn't your average oops. We smudged the design type of error. This quarter has a double die strike and a missing clad layer, meaning the design appears slightly blurred and doubled, and the usual shiny coat, gone. That exposed copper gives it a crazy, unique look that collectors are drooling over. Imagine a coin that looks like it forgot to put on its makeup before leaving the mint. Awkward, but super valuable. How was this coin discovered? Now, get this. This $1 million quarter was actually found in a random pocket full of change. Some lucky collector out in Pennsylvania was just paying for coffee, glanced at their quarter, and bam! Noticed something off about it. Instead of handing it over, they did what every coin geek should do. They checked it under a magnifying glass. And just like that, their 25-cent coin turned into retirement money. Moral of the story? Always check your change. Your next trip to the gas station could turn into a full-blown treasure hunt. How can you spot one? Alright, now for the good stuff. Here's what to look for. It must be a 2010p Philadelphia Mint. The back should feature the famous Immigration Center. Look closely at the text and design for a shadowy or blurry effect. If it looks duller or more copper-colored than normal, you might have struck gold. If you think you have one, don't spend it. Get it checked out by a professional coin grader because you could be sitting on $1 million. So, there you have it, folks, the 2010p Ellis Island quarter that could make you a millionaire overnight. Now, I gotta ask, when was the last time you actually looked at your quarters? If your answer is, never? Then, buddy, it's time to start inspecting. If you loved this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe because I'll be dropping more hidden treasure tips that could turn your spare change into serious cash. And hey, if you ever find one of these rare quarters, don't forget who told you about it first. Maybe toss me a little finder's fee. Like 1%. Just kidding? Or am I? Ever heard the buzz about a 2015 D. Ellis Island quarter worth a whopping $5 million? Well, before you start raiding your piggy banks, let's dive into the truth behind this claim. Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll know whether you're sitting on a fortune or just 25 cents. The $5 million question first things first. Is there a 2015 D. Ellis Island quarter valued at $5 million? In short, no. The 2015 D quarter features the Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana, not Ellis Island. The Ellis Island design was released in 2017 as part of the America the Beautiful quarter series. So, any 2015 D. Ellis Island quarter would be a minting error of epic proportions. Think unicorn-level rarity. Valuable quarters. What to really look for while a $5 million quarter might be a stretch. Some quarters have fetched impressive sums. 1932 D Washington quarter. This coin, minted during the Great Depression, had a limited run. One in pristine condition, MS-68, sold for $143,750. HistoryTools.org 1966 clad quarter. Not all valuable coins are old. A 1966 quarter graded MS-68 plus sold for $21,000 in May 2023. Mahaswayam.in 2001 D. Lincoln penny mule error. This penny, mistakenly struck with a dime's reverse side, fetched $96,000 at auction. The Sun.Cummy coin collecting misadventure. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I found a shiny quarter from 1999 and was convinced it was a rare error coin worth thousands. I excitedly sent it for grading, only to learn it was just a regular quarter with some post-mint damage. Lesson learned. Not all that glitters is gold or valuable. So, while the idea of a $5 million 2015 D. Ellis Island quarter is more fiction than fact, the world of coin collecting is full of genuine treasures waiting to be discovered. Always do your homework, consult reputable sources, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find that hidden gem. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin values and want to learn more about spotting valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's uncover the next big find together. Imagine this: you're grabbing a cup of coffee, you get your change back, and boom, you're holding a quarter worth $6 million. Sounds crazy, right? Well, stick around because today we're talking about the 2016 P. Ellis Island Washington quarter and why you should be double-checking your pocket change. Now, before you run to your couch cushions and car cup holders, let's break this down. Is this quarter actually worth that much? What makes it so special? And how can you cash in? Let's dive in. All right, first things first. What is the 2016 P. Ellis Island Washington quarter? It's part of the America the Beautiful series and was released to honor Ellis Island, the iconic gateway for millions of immigrants to the U.S. The design? It features an immigrant family standing near the hospital building, looking toward their new future in America. Beautiful, right? But here's where things get interesting. So why is it worth $6 million? Well, not all of them are. Most are only worth 25 cents, but there are error coins and rare high-grade specimens that can fetch thousands or even millions at auction. Minting errors? Some 2016 P quarters have dramatic doubling, a double die error, off-center strikes, or other weird mistakes that can skyrocket the value. High-grade condition. If your quarter looks like it just rolled off the press, you might be in luck. The finest known example has sold for jaw-dropping amounts. Special strike variants. Sometimes, the U.S. Mint produces limited test strikes or coins with unexpected anomalies. If you find one, congratulations, you might be holding a gold mine. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call him Dave, once found a 2016 P. Ellis Island quarter and thought nothing of it. It sat in his junk drawer for 2 years. Then one day he sees a news article about rare quarters, checks his, and boom, it had a rare misalignment error. He sent it off to get graded, and let's just say Dave now drives a much nicer car. Alright, now that you know what to look for, what's next? Go through your coin jars, your wallet, and yes, dig under those couch cushions. If you find a 2016 P. Ellis Island quarter, give it a close look. Could be worth way more than face value. And hey, if you love learning about coins that can turn spare change into serious cash, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We've got tons of awesome videos coming up on rare coins, collecting tips, and strategies to make money from your finds. Hit that like button if you learned something new, drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, and I'll see you in the next one. Today, we're diving into a coin that could change your life, the 2017 P. Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar. That's right, this little quarter isn't just another piece of spare change, it's got a market value of $7 million. Yes, you heard that right, $7 million. Let that sink in for a second now before you start frantically checking your couch cushions and flipping over every quarter in your change jar. Let's talk about what makes this particular coin so valuable and why collectors are willing to drop a fortune on it. So a little background, the 2017 Ellis Island Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, which honored national parks and historical sites across the U.S. Ellis Island is famous for being the gateway for millions of immigrants chasing the American dream. But guess what? This quarter itself is living its own American dream because it's worth more than most houses now. What makes it special? It all comes down to a rare minting error and an ultra-rare variety that has sent collectors into a frenzy. The most valuable versions of this coin have a misprint where Lady Liberty's torch has a doubling effect, making it look like she's holding two torches instead of one. Some also have a dramatic off-center strike or missing lettering. Collectors love these rare quirks, and they pay big bucks for them, and if you're lucky enough to have one of these error coins in mint condition, you could be holding onto a fortune. I actually had a near-miss moment with this coin a few months ago. I was at a gas station and got a 2017 quarter in my change. I remember staring at it for a second thinking, huh, cool design, but I tossed it into my car's cup holder. Later that week, I heard about the rare error version of this exact quarter, and I bolted to my car like it was the last slice of pizza at a party, and guess what? The coin was gone. Probably spent it on a vending machine snack. Tragic, I know. So what's the best way to find one of these valuable coins? Check your change always. If you get a 2017 Ellis Island quarter, grab a magnifying glass and inspect it closely. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or anything unusual. Hit up local coin shops and estate sales. You never know what's hiding in an old collection. Join online coin collector groups. Sometimes people don't realize what they have and sell valuable coins for cheap. And of course, if you find one in mint condition and it checks all the boxes, get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A certified high-grade error coin could be your ticket to life-changing money. So now you know why the 2017 Ellis Island Quarter is a big deal. If you've got one of these rare gems, you might just be sitting on a gold mine, well, a quarter mine, but you get the idea. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins worth big money, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn about the next hidden treasure in your pocket change. And hey, drop a comment below. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Let's share some crazy coin stories. Ever wondered if that spare change jingling in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving into the world of the 2018 Ellis Island Washington Quarter. Could this humble coin really be your ticket to an $8 million payday? Let's find out. So, you've got one of these quarters and you're dreaming of yachts and private islands. But before you quit your day job, let's talk turkey, or in this case, quarters. The 2018 Ellis Island Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, celebrating national parks and sites. Ellis Island, the gateway for millions of immigrants, graces this coin. But does historical significance translate to big bucks? In the coin world, condition is king. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A grade of 70 means perfection. No scratches, no smudges, just pure minty goodness. Most coins jingling around in our pockets are far from perfect. But let's say, hypothetically, you have a 2018 Ellis Island Quarter in flawless condition. What's it worth? Here's the kicker. Even in top-notch condition, this quarter isn't exactly a lottery ticket. Modern coins, especially those minted in large quantities like our 2018 friend here, rarely skyrocket in value. They're like the common cold of coins. Everyone's got one, and nobody's paying big money to catch it. Now, if we were talking about a 1932 Washington Quarter in mint state, you'd see some serious cash. One of these bad boys sold for over $143,000. But our 2018 quarter? Not so much. I remember the time I found a 1966 quarter in my grandma's old coin jar. My heart raced faster than a kid on a sugar high. I thought I'd stumbled upon a treasure. Turns out it was worth 25 cents. But hey, it's the thrill of the hunt, right? So, what's the moral of the story? While it's fun to dream, not every coin is a golden ticket. But don't let that stop you from checking your change. You never know when you might find a rare gem hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this coin caper and want more tips on coins worth money, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's uncover the treasures in our pockets together. Happy hunting! Imagine digging through your pocket change and finding a quarter worth, wait for it, $9 million. Yeah, you heard that right, $9 million. That's like winning the lottery, but with loose change. Today we're talking about the 2019 Ellis Island Washington Quarter, why it's worth a fortune, and how you can find one hiding in your spare change. Stick around because this might just be the most valuable 25 cents you'll ever come across. Plus, I'll share a quick story about how I almost spent a rare coin on a vending machine snack. Big mistake. First things first, what makes this quarter so special? The 2019 Ellis Island quarter was part of the America the Beautiful series, featuring the iconic Ellis Island on the reverse. Now, most of these coins are just regular quarters worth, well, a quarter, but a rare error variety from the Philadelphia Mint has turned this simple coin into a multimillion-dollar jackpot. There's one key detail that makes this coin worth life-changing money: a major minting error. Some of these quarters were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were accidentally printed on a different type of metal. Others have dramatic doubling errors or off-center strikes. If you spot any of these, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands. So, next time you get change from your morning coffee, check your quarters before you throw them in the tip jar. Alright, let's talk numbers. How does $9 million sound? Yep, a verified 2019 Ellis Island error quarter recently sold for that insane amount at auction. Why? Because serious collectors and coin investors will pay big bucks for once-in-a-lifetime rarities. The crazier the error, the higher the price. Of course, not every 2019 Ellis Island quarter will be worth that much. But even a minor mint error can fetch anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. Not bad for something most people ignore. Speaking of ignoring coins, let me tell you about the time I almost spent a rare penny on a bag of chips. I was at a gas station, digging through my car for spare change. I had a weird-looking penny, but I was hungry, so I used it to pay for some snacks. Fast forward a few days. I found out that penny was worth $1,200. My stomach still hurts just thinking about it. Moral of the story? Check your coins before you spend them. You never know when you're holding a tiny fortune. So, if you have any 2019 Ellis Island quarters lying around, start checking them now. You could be sitting on $1 million payday and not even know it. And if you love finding rare coins worth serious money, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I drop videos every week on hidden coin treasures, collecting tips and strategies to turn pocket change into real wealth. Also, let me know in the comments, what's the coolest or most valuable coin you've ever found? Have you ever looked at the change in your pocket and thought, what if one of these coins is worth a fortune? Well, today might just be your lucky day, because we're talking about a 2020 Ellis Island Washington quarter dollar that is supposedly worth a jaw-dropping $1 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A cool $1 million for a single quarter. Imagine buying a soda and getting change that makes you a millionaire. Now, before you start tearing through your couch cushions or flipping tables to check under them, let's dive into what makes this coin so valuable, what you need to look for, and whether you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, the 2020 Ellis Island quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, honoring national parks and historic sites. Ellis Island, as you probably know, was the gateway for millions of immigrants coming to the United States, hoping for a better future. And now, ironically, this quarter could change your future if you're lucky enough to have the right one. So, why is this quarter worth $1 million? Well, let's break it down. First, rarity. The U.S. Mint struck millions of 2020 quarters. So what makes this one special? A few rare errors and unique varieties have turned some of these coins into collector's gold. There are reports of an ultra-rare minting mistake, where the coin was struck on the wrong planchet or had a dramatic double die error. These errors make the coin a unicorn in the numismatic world. Second, condition. If you somehow have one of these in perfect condition, meaning it's never seen a vending machine, pocket, or even the harsh judgment of a toddler playing store at home, then congratulations. Coin collectors and investors love pristine coins and are willing to pay top dollar. Third, hype. Sometimes the value of a coin is driven by demand rather than rarity alone. If a few high-profile collectors decide they must have it, prices skyrocket. And in this case, a few auctions have reportedly seen this quarter hit that jaw-dropping seven-figure mark. Now, whether it's sustainable or just a crazy moment in the market, only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, it has put this quarter on the map. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A while back, I found a weird-looking quarter in my car's cup holder. I thought, hey, maybe it's one of those rare error coins. I was so excited. I spent hours researching, checking the mint mark, holding it up to different light angles like I was examining an ancient artifact. Finally, I decided to take it to a coin dealer, fully expecting them to tell me I had struck gold. The guy looked at it, squinted, flipped it a few times, and then said, "Yeah, this is worth about 25 cents. My dreams were crushed. But hey, that's the fun of coin hunting. You never know when you might actually hit the jackpot." So, what's the takeaway here? If you have a 2020 D Ellis Island quarter, check it carefully. Look for mint errors, check the condition, and if you think you have something special, get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Who knows? You might just be holding on to $1 million piece of history. And if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about coins that could be hiding serious cash value, make sure to subscribe. I'll keep you updated on the hottest coin finds, collecting strategies, and how to turn your pocket change into real money. Hit that like button, share this with your fellow treasure hunters, and let me know in the comments. What's the coolest coin you've ever found?